You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the name of love, I'm not giving up yet on you. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. You think it's easy, yeah. Falling in love, well, maybe for you. I think it's crazy, oh no. But I'll be damned if I'm not a fool. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they go slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the
Welcome to Free Life Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
And thank you for your donation. RR, thank you for yours. We got Paula B. Random with me, Andrew, Joanna, Lori, Neve. We got Swampy. Wow, we got a lot of donations. We got, I don't know who else. I think that's it. I think I said hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. RR, thank you for your donation. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. And thank you for your double shot donation. And Z, welcome to the stream. Woo! All right, I think I'm good now. Let's go with Anne has the first question of the evening. What can I do to get closer to G? I mean, that's a good question. If G doesn't work out, there's always H, I, and J is what I always say. All right, let's go to the Tarot Tower. By the way, if you're new here, this is a Tarot Tower. It has 80 decks of cards. This is the only Tarot Tower in existence on YouTube, I do believe, unless somebody else copied me. I believe I'm the only one with a Tarot Tower. So yeah, we're going to go with this right here. This deck is going to warm it up tonight. It is also known as the Dark Mansion Tarot indeed. Jesus, we got Anne, YouTube user RR. Thank you for all your extra donations. I appreciate you. All right, Anne, that's what's going on. See if we can get closer to G. See if G's going to get closer to us. Let's see if we can move in a little bit closer to some G is what I'm saying. All right, we're going to go with that. Reiki, welcome. Guten Abend to you as well. Better than Guten Morgen. Let's see. I know a little bit of German still. Wie geht es Ihnen? There you go. That's a very formal German. You know, when you learn a foreign language in school, it's always like really formal. And then you go and talk to people from Germany, and they, well, like, what in the world are you doing? Wie geht es Ihnen? I don't even know. Nobody says that. So I ended up saying Wie geht's, and everybody sort of made fun of me because Wie geht's apparently is not a thing. Anyway, enough German for the day. Let's go with, and what can I do to get closer to G? Indeed. YouTube, you should thank you for your other donation. And Effie, Carrie, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, the High Priestess. There's only a limited amount of stuff you can do. Right, to be honest with you, there's only a limited amount of stuff we can do to get close to this individual. High Priestesses, they got some secrets up in there. They got their own little personality, got their own independence. And I mean, a lot of times it's just not somebody that likes to get close to individuals or likes to sort of open up, a little bit closed in with all of that. High Priestesses, yeah, got a little bit of a secretive side and all this other stuff. So you're going to have to kind of put up with that as it goes. But yeah, the Three of Cups is the good attitude reigns as far as getting closer to most people, and that includes this particular person as well. A good attitude is just the best shot. Sarah, and if I didn't already say hello to Maruta, welcome both of y'all. But yeah, the Three of Cups, right? People that bring in the good attitude, the party, people that bring in kind of the positive aspects, they're always welcome in a group. Everybody's open arms. Everybody's excited to see them. A lot of good things coming out of that. And so it's sort of, it's one of those truthfulness things where the person that brings in the party, the person that has a good attitude, the person that has the funny stories and is just genuinely interested in listening to other people and being with other people really sort of reigns the nest, right? Three of Cups says, be that person. What can we listen to, right? What can they tell us? What kind of things are they interested in that we're also interested in? Where can we find some commonality as far as that goes? So, somebody's telling you about their day, ask questions, do a little active listening and see what's going on with that. Knight of Swords says, be strategic about when you want to be around them. You don't want to flood them with your presence. You know what I mean? Knight of Swords. You get in, you get out. You're there when you're there. It's a big party. It's a big positive mood, a lot of good things happening. And then, you got to go. In other words, keep them wanting you more a little bit. Jonah, welcome. How you doing? So, sometimes I guess, if you're just too available, if you're just around all the time, it's just like, I just don't do that. Queen of Wands says basically, what can we do to sort of just be in their life, be calm, be cool, and be productive within that? In other words, how can we enhance their life? We help them out here and there. We can do this and that, it's occasionally just help out or something like that when they need it and just be sort of close and be that individual that's just always just there, good mood, positive attitude, always kind of there, and having fun with that stuff, but also is not too available. So it kind of makes you want to see them more when they're not there all the time. When they're there 24 hours a day, you can't get away to get rid of them. But when they're not, you're like, I wonder what's going on over there with Ann. I kind of miss Ann. YouTube user, welcome. How you doing? But yeah, D's current feelings for me. RR wants to know. Let's get that done. We do have the Wonder Whirl Tarot, or the Spectro Whirl Tarot. That's the one, Spectro Whirl Tarot. This is a very brightly colored deck. Does remind me of the other very colorful decks that we have over here. So the one with, not Push Kitty, the other one. Anyway, I remember in a minute. Juliette, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Playful Heart Tarot. This kind of reminds me of the Playful Heart Tarot, to be honest with you. All right, we're going to go with this. These current feelings for me. Wheel of Fortune, Magician, Four of Coins. You got a nice little combo up here with majors in the first two cards. And I kind of like that with anybody's feelings, anybody's attitude, anybody's thoughts about us. Having a couple of positive cards to sort of crank it out. I think it's going to be very good indeed. Wheel of Fortune says they kind of miss the structure. They kind of miss the just the overlay of having you there, right? It's interesting, kind of fun. It's kind of somebody who's there that sort of benefits them and whatnot. Wheel of Fortune says, daily life with you was pretty positive, and they kind of miss that as well. So sort of a little bit of a feeling going on there. Magician feels like that they have more of an outlook towards you than they did before. In other words, more thoughts, more sort of, missing you, more feelings with that. We've seen that before, right? Before in the other cards where they were really sort of thinking. We had a little bit of Three of Wands action where they're thinking of contacting you. We had an Ace of Wands where they're considering contacting you. Definitely going to be contacting you, moderately soon kind of thing. Yellow, and who else? Mizrak, welcome. Antonio, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, you just sort of the feeling, right? Magician, I have more power, I have more control over this interaction than I did before. I think that's a big opportunity here. Four of Coins just talks about they want a level of stability right now, still looking for that stability. It's very difficult as where it goes as far as this sort of moving in, right? It's very difficult to get some level of stability, some level of predictiveness in their life right now. So they're sort of working on that a little bit, functionality of that. But yeah, there you go. All right, let's see. Who do we got next? We got YouTube users coming in there. deck plus intuition read. We can do that. Is A the Sagittarius? Is A the one or not? All right, we're going to see, is A the one or is A not the one? We'll use, as Bartman says, the good anime tarot. Bray, welcome to the stream. What's going on? All right, Antonio, I got your question in the queue. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Hey, that rhymes. Okay. We're going to use the good anime tarot, as Bartman says. The bad anime tarot, by the way, went into the Amazon return bucket. So, along with that Star Trek tarot. Man, I can't believe I've had to return 2 decks so far. By the way, news coming out tomorrow, Thursday. In the news program, I do mention that there was another deck I didn't pick up, which is the Skyrim deck, which is a crying shame that I didn't pick up the Skyrim deck, right? But I didn't. And I show you on the news why I did not, because it's pretty clear that this is a very lazy deck too. Not animated minors. It just doesn't look, non-illustrated minors, just doesn't look like something I'm just ever going to use. But which is a shame, because I love Skyrim, you know? It feels like that the artist just took an arrow to the knee or something before they had made it. But YouTube user is A the Sagittarius the one. No, and no. We're gonna have to go with a thumbs down on A the Saggy being the one. BooBoo, welcome. What's going on? But yeah. The Tower said, if you try to make this work, you're in for quite the adventurous spirit indeed. A lot of work ahead of you trying to make it work into. It just feels like this is a lot of effort, a lot of work, really sort of struggling with this individual. You know, we can make it work. Clearly, Ace of Wands is with an equal amount of effort. We do get a pretty decent result. So I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem, right? So, I mean, you know, that is going to be sort of just difficult overall just to make it happen. Ace of Wands just says, hey, we put enough effort into it. We can kind of make it sort of happen. But you are the one, as they say, is somebody you don't really have to put in this degree of effort to make things function. You just sort of easy, right? It's almost like sort of a karmic relationship where everything goes smoothly. We don't have to put in a lot of effort. Everything just kind of goes the way it needs to go. But Ace of Wands says, yeah, there's an amount of fire that needs to happen here, clearly. 8 of Discs, how much work are you willing to put into it? The Tower says the structure is just not stable enough to make that happen long term. YouTube user had another one, A Sagittarius, right? You're moving on for now. All right. Yeah, you know, with that Tower card, it may be prudent to move on for now. Indeed, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Sagittarius feels for me moving on a little bit, but kind of what's on their side, right? What is their attitude? Are they looking pretty good over there? Are they pretty excited about the connection, whatnot? The 3 of Cups. I mean, I think this is a source of happiness for them. They enjoy it. They kind of have some fun with it. And that's sort of a casual thing too, right? Let's have some fun with it. Let's enjoy the interaction. Ultraviolet, welcome. And Paul, if I didn't already say welcome, welcome. BooBoo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. And Joanna, thank you for your donation. Princess of Wands is a fun card. We've talked about this in the THOTH course. If you don't know what the THOTH course is, link in the description. The THOTH course is my course on how to read the THOTH course. Princess of Wands talks about a playful card. This is a good time. It's just an enjoyable kind of thing. I'm just going to have fun with this. It's a great interaction. I just enjoy the company, right? As 3 of Cups, the same thing. You have 2 of the same cards sort of reinforcing each other, which is cool. That's why you have to learn the court cards. You have to go down the link. You have to click on it and watch the court cards from the THOTH. It really brings in a lot of important information into some of the other aspects of even the Rider-Waite-Smith stuff. But yeah, the Princess of Wands, a friendly, enjoyable, playful card with another friendly, enjoyable, playful card. They like you as a playmate, not literally, but they like you as a playmate. This is something fun, nice, something that I can enjoy and hang out with, right? 2 of Swords, ultimately they know that there's a big discrepancy between both of your lives. If we combined both of the lives, they're probably not going to work out. Probably going to be a little bit more difficult than we had expected. And again, you're back to that 8 of discs, right? How much work are you willing to put into it? So their feelings for you is, hey, I have a lot of fun with you. I do lots and lots of fun. Do we have separate lives? Absolutely. But we can have fun together. That is going to be there. And, ultimately, that is something that we can use. All right, we got Anne with the double shot tonight. Anne, thank you for your very generous donations. I appreciate you. All right, what is the reconciliation forecast with B right now? How will the project change? How will they feel with a reconciliation? Can we get that done? Let's go to the Tarot Tower, of course, and grab everybody's favorite, the Modern Love Tarot. Man, we do need to start interviewing some more people. I have a lot of people that are sending me decks of cards that I need to interview. So, I mean, they have some good interactions with me. They like me. They talk to me all the time. I need to get these people on stream and get kind of an interview out there, right? Sort of say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Where was your inspiration for doing all of this and that? Tammy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. Let's see, what is the forecast for reconciliation? How will the project change? How will they feel with a reconciliation? Ten of Swords says any reconciliation you have would be temporary at best. Now, I'm not going to rule it out. I am not going to rule it out. I'm not going to say that there's no reconciliation. I'm not going to say that there aren't some feelings there. There aren't some good things happening there that could sort of heal the wounds that have already been inflicted within this interaction. What I'm going to say is anything that you set up is going to be temporary, at least according to the card. As you can see, we have a 10 of Swords, the leaving, and as you can see on the table, we have a divorce decree. Now, I know you're not married and whatnot, but we do have a little bit of a divorce. One of those nights. A divorce certificate. Yeah, it just feels like that this is not something permanently attached, right? Hello, B. Whoa, it's been a minute. Hello, B. Welcome. I think about you every time I see the intro. Just saying. But yeah, the divorce certificate. Any reconciliation will be temporary. Going out on a limb, just letting you know now. Ace of Pentacles says a reconciliation is due. It is something that is sort of in the limelight. It is something that could be planned. It is something that we might want to look forward to. We might sort of have a timeline for. Ace of Pentacles says reconciliation is possible indeed. Tammy, I think for being a member for almost 2 years. Wow, I appreciate you. But yeah, the forecast is we can reconcile temporary at best. Page of Swords says there's a lot of catching up to do as far as the project goes. As far as getting the project out the door, project alterations is the death card. You continually get that with B and the project. It's almost like they want to make some tweaks. They want to make some changes. They want to get things done, right? The Emperor. I think the Emperor kind of shows that ideally they would just like to be in charge. And this is something that happens to some people sometimes. They just want to be in charge of everything, no matter what it is, no matter how it's going. They want to be in the driver's seat. And sometimes that's good. A lot of times that's bad. But sort of taking it over from you, or taking it over from everybody else, just doesn't work long term. I mean, you know that, they know that, but sort of having them interject some of the ideas may not be the best solution with that. I think a reconciliation is due. I'm going to predict about 2 months, 2 to 3 months with that. Page of Swords says ultimately the communication just can't be repaired. A lot of things, Band-Aids can't be put on permanently, and the divorce certificate is enacted indeed. So yeah, a little bit of a temporary thing, but that is going to be, kind of there. All right, we got the YouTube user. We already got you. We got RR is next. Will D call me tonight or tomorrow? All right, if I had 2 choices to make, I would do a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And as you know, if you've been on the stream longer than 5 minutes, you know that I have a lot of tarot claws. And the other thing I have a lot of is a tarot throwdown. That's a brutal cage match between two options over there in the tarot world. Option B is here. Hey, Katie, I thank you for your donation. Option A is over here. All right, if we had to choose between these two, tonight is over here. Tomorrow is over here. What are we going to get with the communication? I think any communication would be just bad tonight. Even if we could get an opportunity for communication, even if they get on the phone and they like ring, giving you a call tonight, I don't think it'll work. I think you have a level of disappointment, a level of dried up emotions that are just not available tonight for you. Tomorrow's going to be a much better time, right? Emotionally, sort of that pool of reflectiveness of emotions is there too. And we have a little bit of that, just that strength aspect there too. But I think you combine these two, tomorrow night is looking much, much better. At least as far as I think. Well, yeah, there you go. Minty, I thank you for your donation on PayPal. Appreciate you. All right, we got YouTube user. Has a gazillion donations tonight. I'm not going to lie. YouTube user, I think, has paid my mortgage for this month as well. We got Minty and we got Z. Thank you both for your PayPal donations. We'll get to you in a minute. Let's do a couple of YouTube users. Hop onto the PayPal section and make it happen with that. Knock people up like into, all right, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, is A going to be knocking up the neighborhood, you know?
Music to make love to.
Maybe. I don't know how prolific A is and how good they are at knocking up the neighborhood, you know? I mean, a vasectomy is a thing now. It is a thing now. Sky, I thank you for your donation. But let's use this deck right here, otherwise known as the Dream Tarot. It is another Push Kitty deck. If you are not on the Push Kitty list for the new deck that she has out, that I have right over here, by the way, then you got to get over there and make it happen. In the news program, link in the news description to go to Push Kitty's Kickstarter and to watch that and to get on the list when that opens. Thank you, Andrew, for sending me that. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's do this. Is A going to be knocking up the neighborhood? Knight of Cups, this is a romance individual indeed. They're not shy. They are not shy about the romance, right? They're sort of riding in. They got the six-pack over there. The only six-pack I have is of beer, is what I'm saying. But this individual got a merman, right? Got a little merman riding in on the horse with the love, with the romance. He's like, yo.
I love you.
And still rides in on a Six of Wands with the victory and all of that stuff, making a little bit of a temporary thing. Now, I'm going to predict, all right, going out on a limb. I've been pretty good going out on a limb with your predictions so far, so we're going to do it, right? We're going to do it. I'm going to say June of next year, they have a pregnancy scare. And I mean, it is a hard knocks. Like, I missed this month and I'm throwing up kind of pregnancy scare, like full on pregnancy scare is what I'm saying. I don't think it actually results into anything, but they got it full on June of next year. It is epic. It is epic. Carrie, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. But other than that, I really don't think that they're knocking anybody up. Not going to be as prolific as N is. Will A be able to talk on the phone today? All right. I mean, it seems pretty easy to get on the phone, talk, have a conversation with the Dream Tarot. If I'm going to talk about the Dream Tarot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what's going on with that. Can we get on the phone? Four of Swords? No, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I just don't have time. I'm sorry. I don't have time. The Four of Swords. Look, I got to delay it, right? I'm busy. I'm over here on the TarotOracle show. We're reading tarot. We're kind of busy today. I can't talk on the phone. Temperance card, we'll catch up later. We'll catch up later, right? The star says we're going to talk. Don't you worry about that. But right now, no. Four of Swords is one of the biggest delay cards in the deck, if you're looking at that, followed by a reverse Wheel of Fortune or I mean, sort of things like that. But yeah, the Four of Swords, just a little bit of a delay. Not going to be able to do it today, but can we do it later? Absolutely. Put me on the list. We'll make it happen some other time. Now we're going to PayPal, by the way. And this is the big PayPal opportunity where we hop over there because we got a few happening over here. All right, we got Minty. Minty indeed. Makes me want some minty gum. This is Minty. How are you? I'm great. How are you? By the way, the S&P 500 crashed like a big time crash today. It just went right into the shitter. Just all the way red. Red, 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 red. So I was kind of watching it. It's kind of fun to watch, actually. But yeah, red, 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 and more red. All right, that's how I am. I really like watching your streams. Well, thank you, Minty. I appreciate your support. It helps me learn about tarot cards more. May I have a love life connection with R? All right, love life with, oh, Jesus, I misspelled it. See, you put all this effort into writing me a nice note. You put me all this effort into writing me this beautiful note, and then I messed up with typing everything in there, right? I messed up with everything typing in there. Oh, man. Carrie, come from a Christian background. Carrie, on the news program, I do highlight a new book that talks about the Christian side of tarot, which is coming out. You may want to pick that up, Carrie. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up on the Kindle. It's only like $10, and I am going to give it a review. So I'm kind of interested, right? Because there's a lot of Christianity symbolism within the tarot and whatnot, wings and just a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of interested to see what the book touches on, or if they just gloss over all of that stuff. It could be a really surface level book. I don't know. For $10, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to find out what happened with that. So there you go. Tio, what happened? Did you lose your shirt? No. I do day trading. So if the stock market is moving, I make money. If the stock market is not moving, I make no money. So yeah, as long as it's moving in one particular direction or another, I make something. So yeah, it's all good. Anyway, when it does crash, I am in cash, most of it in cash. So I did use the opportunity to buy a couple of nice deals in oil. Oil was on sale. It's down 7% today. So I bought, and I bought more. So yeah. Anyway, all right, love life from Minty. Let's look at that. The Seven of Pentacles, this is a time to put in some effort into the love life. This is not the time to sit around, hope for the best, wait for things. You definitely want to put in some effort into that. We're going to get on the sites. We're going to get out. We're going to start meeting people. We're going to have some conversations. We're going to just be out there and social and get the love life cranking out. Seven of Pentacles talks about making the seeds, planting the seeds for success for later. And this could be something where we're just socializing. We're just getting comfortable with the love life and talking to everybody, and then all of a sudden you meet somebody who's nice and you're not nervous at all. You're used to socialization. You're used to talking it out. So maybe it's a level of sort of getting some of the effort in there. Empress says that I think that really pays off for you. It really, really pays off for you. I really think it does. Empress talks about having a good relationship, having a good very sort of a luscious relationship, a very comfortable, very stable kind of thing. I think that is headed on your way. Knight of Wands says there is a little bit of effort in this. It's almost like either they live a little bit too far away, or they need to go back and forth, or there seems to be a little more effort than you're anticipating. So just do that, right? Just do that. I think that's going to be very important indeed. Yeah. Yellow, $93 a barrel. I think it actually tanked. It went to 97 and it tanked all the way to 91 all in one day, which is quite startling to see indeed. So, yeah, I did try to day trade that today. I got my hand bit, I got like day trading is basically equivalent to reaching your hand into an active blender to grab a piece of ice. That is basically my thoughts on how day trading works. So you got to time it just right to reach in and grab the piece of ice in the running blender, because otherwise you're in for a little bit of a problem, my friends, all right? You got to be careful. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. We got Z. What are we going to go closer to P? All right, Z wants to get closer to P. Z and a P. That's what I'm talking about. We'll make it happen. Careless Whisper, thank you very much for your double donation over the PayPals is what I'm saying. Over the PayPals, let's get a little bit of the 78 Tarot. Has released yet another freaking deck, one with animals, and they didn't even invite me to the party. I mean, if anybody is making an animal deck and it's a collab deck, you'd think they talk to me. That's what I'm saying. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. So let's see what's going on with that. Shelby, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, Z and P. Anything we're going to do to get closer to P. The Ace of Swords, just communicate with them, right? Be comfortable, communicate, just be there. Just be there, be present. And it just sort of just nice, right? You're just this nice interaction. You have this nice attitude. You're sort of just nice to be around. I just enjoy being around you. They want to be around you pretty well, right? PieWar, the Q is about 7. It's not too bad. But yeah, you kind of be careful with that, right? Just Ace of Swords. Just be communicative. Talk about it. Talk about things, right? The Two of Pentacles. It also discusses just making good choices with this interaction. There's a lot of bad choices that could be made here. And a lot of these are kind of tricky as well. You want to sort of think things through before you dedicate any sort of big effort or big time commitment to this sort of thing as well. Four of Swords also says, you do not want to be around all the time. We have the Four of Swords again. Sort of wait a little bit before we do. Wait a little bit. Don't be too present. Don't be too available. You kind of want to pull back a little bit and just don't be over the top or in their face a little bit too much. I think that is going to be the big opportunity with that. Juliette, you are next. Actually, you're next, and then we'll do Careless Whisper in a momento. We'll do Careless Whisper right now. We got a big guy who we got a big guy. All right, apparently this is a huge dude. I mean, this is a rather robust and rotund individual. Is the big guy. I don't know if that means they're fat or they're tall or they're just rotund or they're beefy. I don't know. Let's see. What do they do for a living? Delivery. They're probably not fat if they're doing delivery, because that's a lot of work, is what I'm saying. But yeah, Asshole, welcome. Good to see you. So is the big dude who does the delivery, did he think I was cute? And will he ask me out? Now this is the opportunity of a lifetime here. I always say, don't expect the UPS guy to be your soulmate. But in this case, you may break the trend. Well, we'll see what's going on. Rotund. I mean, if the profile fits, anyways, the big dude with the big delivery dude. King of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. You're going to have to give a hint that you're available. I mean, not something over the top like, open the door to get your package naked or anything. You do have to give a little bit of a hint here. Emperor says you got to take charge of some piece or some aspect of it. I think that is, kind of the thing too, right? Will they have an opportunity to ask you out? Seven of Pentacles says they don't do it immediately, but they do have somebody in their life that is sort of, keeping them busy, as they say. But, after they, I don't think that's really going to work out. I don't think that's going to work out. But, yeah, you just got to have some patience with this. But they will eventually ask you out. Give a little bit of a hint. Not a problem. King of Swords, right? They need kind of that open door, no pun intended, and I think that they will take advantage. Well, that sounds terrible, but you know what I'm saying. I think that they will get the hint, and they'll be like, oh, okay, might as well. Let's do it. Again, they have somebody else in their life right now, but you're going to have to sort of navigate that issue with all of that. PieWar, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. It just looks like the big dude is going to get some. Here we go. Antonio is next. Careless Whisperer, I have not forgotten about you. Have not forgotten about you, indeed. Antonio has a question below. They want to know something. They're planning to buy an advertisement, as they say. You say potato, I say advertisement. Having a dilemma. throwdown left using the office number I've been using so far, or B, using a new number for it. All right, we need a throwdown. We can do another throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
All right, now we need a, okay, so we need an old number is going to be over here, right? A new phone number is going to be over here. Can we use the old number, save us a lot of time, or do we need a new number? All right, B is over here, the new number. New number does cost a little bit more than you're thinking. It does. Old number has some, oh man, oh Jesus. I'm really going to say get the new number. Really going to say get the new number. Almost feels like it's fresh, it's new, it's got a new home. There's something within the old number that I think either you're going to get some spam, you're going to get something that's not going to work, you're going to get a difficult time, somebody's going to look it up, it's going to be the old association. Something's going on here with the old number that's hidden that you're not going to know until you implement it. And all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I should have got a new number, right? The Emperor does say that's kind of where you're leaning because, hey, it's already there, right? It's already there. So the office number that you've been using so far, I don't think just works for this particular advertisement. It feels like either you're going to get bombed with some new thing, you're getting all sorts of calls. It's not really going to be good. New number is going to be nice and fresh. It's going to cost you a little more than you expect, but it's going to be nice and fresh. It's going to be something where you've isolated everything down, and I think that's going to be great indeed. Now, be aware, by the way, that you can use voicegoogle.com, voice.google.com. So it's basically called Google Voice, and it will generate a phone number for you, and you can route that phone number to the old number. So they'll call the Google Voice number and it'll route it to your old phone number, right? You can also filter the calls. You also get an email when somebody text messages the new number and whatnot. So you don't have to get a new number per se. Get a Google Voice number, route it over to the old number, and it kind of solves all problems as well. I don't know if you've looked into that or anybody that doesn't. I use Google Voice numbers all the time. In case you call, you're basically going to call for a private reading, you're going to call the Google Voice number, routes to my number, and that way I can control the Google Voice kind of number, right? So if my number changes, then I can just, my Google Voice number, I can point it to the new number wherever it is, right? So it always stays the same, which is really handy indeed. So Jace, you don't know about that stuff? There you go. You know, your tech tip for the day. If you like a little tech tip for the day, if you like hearing about the stock market, all sorts of random stuff about that, hit that like and sub button. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Well, all right. Careless Whisper, you're still in the kit. Well, I'm so beyond tired lately. The thought will make you tired if you weren't tired before. All right. See, BooBoo likes the THOTH because the THOTH is a little bit of a brutal deck, you know, a little bit of a brutal deck indeed, but it is always going to give you the truth. It's not going to hold anything back is what I'm saying. Yeah, you know. Well, there you go. So let's see. Not seeing any of that around my parts. In fact, effective today until 10. Is Alex a loyal person? Elsa, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see what's going on here. We're gonna say, why am I so freaking tired lately? Just tired all the time. Jeez. Oh man, what's going on with this? I do think it's just the season or it's just the level that you're going through. I think it's either brutally hot or it's just inconvenient. It's too humid. There's something going on with the weather that's really bringing you down. It's really affecting you. I think as it cools down a little bit, as the weather gets a little bit better, you are going to feel better. It just feels like this is sort of the season where it's sort of dragging you down. It's difficult to get up and get moving around. It's sort of really challenging overall to get anything done. You're going to have to basically just push through it, right? If you have something to do and what have you, you want to just push through it. Not going to be a problem at all, but you know, it just feels like you just need to wait. Waiting it out is going to be your best opportunity here. Now, you do want to look at some alternative things to sort of pick you up as well. Are there some other things that are kind of, you know, make sure you're getting the vitamins in, make sure you're getting the dietary requirements that you need. need in. Make sure that everything that's going in your body is going to be something that energizes you, is something that not brings you down, something that's not going to be a quick fix or anything like that as well, right? Instead of the monster drink, maybe a carrot juice, you know, juice a carrot thing or whatever. I did get a juicer from a neighbor who was getting rid of it. They only use it twice, which is cool. So I washed it really good. I got it for $30 just like a $160 juicer. I got it for $30. They're like, I want to sell it for like $70. I'm like, I'll give you 30. And they're like, no. And then, like, they never sold it. I'm like, yo, did you ever sell that juicer? I'll still give you $30. They're like, nah, come on over. All right. But anyway, yeah. That is going to help a little bit, hopefully, with that Thoth deck, making it happen over here. Let's go to Careless Whisper. Has a couple of reads over there. Still need to get the George Michael Careless Whisper theme song over here for Careless Whisper. But, yeah, we'll do that someday. All right, we're going to go with CW. CW wants to know anything crazy coming. All right, let's see. Crazy in September. All right, we got crazy in September, and we have workplace a crush. All right, anybody have a crush? Crazy things in the September timeline or a crush. Ooh, what if we combine them? What if we combine them? So the crush does something crazy and unexpected. What do you think about that? What do you think if that would happen is what I mean. Yeah, Careless Whisper theme song. Yeah, there you go. We need a Careless Whisper theme song. I think somebody said it was like 10 seconds before they copyright flag you. So I do need to get that ready. I will get that ready tonight. We'll have that ready for tomorrow's stream. I promise. Careless Whisper, come in tomorrow's stream. We will have that. Man, I do need, then everybody's going to want a theme song. I don't know. What should YouTube user, what should your theme song be? You're around so often. Andrew's theme song, but well, I don't want to go too far. It'd be nothing but music. All the entire stream would just be music. But anyway, all right. Crazy in September. Anything crazy coming in? Queen of Swords says you are going to have to take command from somebody else. It seems somebody else has some demands for you, or they want to do this or they want to do that. You know, I don't want to do this and that. YouTube user wants to do this and that. Thank you for your donation. But yeah, you're going to have to kind of defend yourself a little bit. Not literally, but you know what I mean? Where you're just going to have to be like, all right, I'm going to have to do something about this. So you're going to have to stand up a little bit and sort of make your presence known here. Take some command and all of that other stuff. So, the Queen of Swords, you're going to have to do it. Sometimes Corella DeVille has to make an appearance, and that's the way it goes. But, yeah, Ron, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. The Five of Coins, though, man, you're looking for something crazy. I think something breaks down. Occasionally we'll have these readings. I just think something that you have breaks down. I think it's something minor. So be prepared for that. You got a little bit of Five of Coins. You're going to have to put some coins and make that happen. Just make it happen. Hopefully the stock market doesn't crash anymore. Otherwise, you may have problems doing that. But yeah, you're going to have something break down that you use. So just be aware of that. Ultimately, you are going to have to cut out anything that is useless to you. And I think that you have a couple of useless things hovering around. You're going to have to get rid of them. And maybe that's what breaks down. I don't know. All right. We also got, there you go. Who has a crush on you? Does anybody? Two of Coins. Man, I think that somebody kind of likes you. I don't think it's a full-on crush or anything like that. I just think that an individual that you see occasionally, I would say once every couple of weeks, I think they like you. Right? They're not going to say anything. They're a little bit hesitant. They're a little bit shy with that. Two of Coins says, I got to make some decisions here. Should I go and Careless Whisper and sing them the George Michael song, or is that not going to be something that works? But, you just got to sort of make that decision. They haven't really made any big decisions yet, and you are going to have to figure out what you're going to do about this individual. So, I think if you look at them every couple of weeks, I think. All right, we're going to go with the next read, indeed. Hey, that rhymes is what I'm saying. We got crazy in September. We got all of this other stuff. What other crazy things we got going on? Joanna wants to know. What I need to know about my relationship situation. Oh, my. We're going to go straight for the relationship situation. Joanne, if I was in a relationship, I would have a teddy bear present at all times. Now, I did give Christina a teddy bear. I don't know if I've told you this story. Oh, no, wait. I got a news. It's story time. It's story time, my friends. It is story time while I shuffle this deck. I went to Chick-fil-A to pick up my salad, right? I love Chick-fil-A salad. So I go over there, and my total is $12.10. $12.10, right? I pull up to the window. And I give him a 20. I'm like, wait a minute. I got like a dime somewhere in this freaking car. So I got the dime and I handed him the dime. So my total was $12.10 and I gave him $20 and a dime, right? And the look on this lady's face was pure panic. And I was like, oh no, she doesn't know how to subtract 2010 from 1210, does she? And the look on this lady's face was pure panic. And I realized that she had pressed into the register $20 even instead of 2010 because I gave her the dime a little late. So now she would have to add 10 cents and subtract. Now, I'm not expecting everybody at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru to know derivatives from calculus or anything, but you should be able to subtract 2010 minus 1210. But she could, so she called over the other person that was at the register, and they gave her a weird look, and they called over the manager, Susan. So Susan comes over and saves the day. Susan apparently is Goodwill Hunting, except in a female form. And God bless Susan for being there that day, because she saved the day by figuring out that you owe me $8. So Susan was like, yes, it's $8. And they gave me the $8 and the day went on as normal from that period on. But anyway, all right. Susan's the saves the day. Susan, if you're watching, I think that you deserve a mathematical PhD, an honorary PhD in math. All right, we're going to see what's going on with this. All right, let's see what's going on here. What I need to know about my relationship situation, which hopefully does not involve Susan. This has had some challenges indeed. I mean, this has some challenges indeed. We got to be able to realize that, right? We got Lord of Defeat is the first card in the mix. So you're going to have to kind of deal with this. There are some challenges here. This is something that could be dealt with. Queen of Swords is your partner is not very available to change their ways. It feels like that they have a lot of challenging situations where they feel like maybe the ego comes in and they're like, this may not be something I want to do, and I want to kind of hardline my opinion here. It's sort of difficult sometimes indeed to sort of get everything out there. You do have a Queen and King of Swords. I think your communication level is pretty good, but it feels like it's a little just very poignant and the way it goes. Like it's not casual. It's like straight to the point. It really could improve. So the situation, communication really could improve. Maybe this is something that does lead to the Five of Swords. You have a lot of swords in here. So I really think that communication, attitudes, beliefs, how we look at each other, how we treat each other is going to be very lasting and very sort of pinnacle to making this relationship work. You do have a lot of court cards here. What that also tells me is that sort of having mutual friends, having mutual respect for each other's friends is going to go a long way in this relationship. The more cheerleaders we have for this relationship, the better off we are. Okay, the better off we are, the more cheerleaders, the more support that we have for this relationship, the better off it is going to be in the end of the day. So there we go. A little bit of a teddy bear thing going on. All right, looks like we had to ban somebody. What happened over here? I got to read up here. Somebody was making some bad things or what? And I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. They were saying mean things. No, yeah, we do not want to. Oh, Jesus. Man, he went straight to the went straight to that card that nobody should be using in this stream. Thank you for killing them off. I appreciate that. There we go. And thank you for your other donation. All right, let's go to the next question. Hello, B. Has been away for a little bit. Hello, B. I have missed you every single day. Every single day I have missed you. I'm very glad that you're back indeed. Let's use a cute, fun, and entertaining deck for Hello, B over here. Femme, thank you for your donation too. Yeah, Hello, B lives in infamy in the introduction, by the way. We got all the people in the introduction. They do. I got to admit, you know, I was kind of afraid the people in the intro wouldn't come back or something, but all y'all keep coming back. You know, we got Michelle C is here almost every stream, couple of streams away, but yeah, Hello B came back. We got, of course, BooBoo. We got Maruta. We got Paula. We got everybody coming into the stream every day. I appreciate y'all really being here and supporting me. Speaking of a support network, I appreciate all of your support. Shayna, welcome. Good to see you. Cappy Ram, what is up? What is up? All right, general reading. Hello, B. You're overloaded. You're just overloaded at this point. Hello, that's probably why you hadn't been here. You're a little too overloaded right now. You've taken on too much. You've taken a big bite out of that pie, and it is a little too much indeed. 10 of Wands. Be careful about loading up with stuff, because I don't think that's going to do you any good. Once you get to a certain point, it's going to be like, ouch, I really need to not do that. Cappy, I thank you for your other donation. Nine of Cups is overall emotionally, though, you seem to be on point. I think you're at a position where you know where you want emotionally, you know where you want to be, and you're headed in that direction. I think that's the key points here, right? You know where you want to be, and you're headed your direction emotionally, headed the stability wise. Emperor says definitely take charge where taking charge is due. You have to. Could it be to avoid getting overloaded? Maybe, but you definitely need to take charge when that opportunity comes up and just make that happen with that. There's a little bit of your general read indeed. All right, Yellow, thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate y'all and y'all's donations tonight. We got what's going on there. We got with Jordan. Want to reconnect after the pause? Well, we appear to be putting everything on pause. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. Let's see. We're going to ask the witch. We're going to ask the witch right now. Hopefully the witch has it made. Andrew, a good moderator team. I do have the best moderators literally ever. At the best moderators on a YouTube. No other channel has the quality of moderators I have. Y'all are my superstars, literally. I appreciate all of y'all. That's why I have immortalized all of y'all in my cup. We got Andrew, Christina, Paula, Maruta, BooBoo, Dr. Mystical up in the house with all of this other stuff. Looking really good. Thank you all. Okay, let's go with the Ask of the Witch and let's find out. Would Jordan want to reconnect after this pause? Well, number one, I think the pause lasts a little bit longer than you're expecting. I think their definition of a pause is different than your definition of a pause. So, I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. The Hierophant, it almost feels like they've moved on a little bit. I'm not saying fully moved on, but they're like in this part where they're just like, yeah, a little bit of a move on at this point, right? Ace of Wands. I got to do some other stuff. I got to get that fiery aspect. I got to light it up. I got to make things happen. It's going to be important indeed. Now they realize that reconnecting is going to be tricky. In this particular case, it is going to be very tricky indeed because you have a Queen of Pentacles over here. It feels like both of y'all are not really ready to make a lot of changes in order to make this happen. It seems like everybody's like, you know, maybe the other person needs to change. I'm pretty good as I am, right? I'm pretty good as I am. But, you know, the pause lasts a little bit longer than what you were expecting. Rekindling everything is going to be difficult unless both of you just have a lot of leeway and a lot of flexibility. A lot of flexibility, all right? You just got to be aware of that. A lot of flexibility. That's what you need to know. Is Salem the house destroyer? I don't see her on the cup. No, Salem is, I don't know. Salem is sleeping on the cat tower. Right now. Will I make new friends this year? Sky, it's easy to make new friends. Just come on the stream. Come on the stream. If I'm going to make a new friend with you, Sky, me and you are going to be friends. It's going to be with a monster, right? Little monsters rolling around and all that other stuff. That makes all sorts of new friends right there. You break out the monstera, and you just instantly have all sorts of friends you never knew you had before, right? That is fun. In Starbucks, you break out a tarot deck and sort of lay it on the table. A lot of people come over and want a reading. Just by the way, in case you're out for some fun one day, right? You go into Starbucks, you break out a tarot deck, you just put it on the table, do some readings for yourself, and everybody's like, "Is that a tarot deck?" You're like, "Yeah, you want to read? Yeah, come." It's fun indeed. Well, see, there's your way to make new friends right there. So Sky wants to know, will I make new friends though? Not if once. You got to get out and actually do something about it. Now, this is not something you're going to be doing automatically. Indeed, you just have to do something about it. This is something we have to engage other people, making it happen with that. But yeah, not at once, right? It's all up to you. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? What a Facebook group? What are we going to do? We got a Facebook group. They got a party down there. They do the party over here. We got a little get together at church. Gets a little get together. We're doing that. We're doing this, socialization, meetup.com. Ace of Swords says the more people we talk to, the more friends we're going to make. I think that's the bottom line. And read all the standard books, right? How to Make Friends, Influence People. It's old, still works. People are the same place, But people like to talk about themselves. They like for you to listen. They like for you to be interested in them. You know what I'm saying? It just feels that a lot of easy friends that way with that. Ace of Wands, you have to do the 2 A's. A lot of action, a lot of adventure, a lot of getting out there. Make it incumbent upon you to make a new friend, right? We can have goals. We can have a vision board with this. The goal board just says, talk to one individual per day. Compliment somebody every day, right? Yeah, I love your shoes. Look great. The tarot deck over there, I think that's fantastic. You really got a unique thing going over there. And compliment somebody every day. That's a good start. And we just graduate from there. The more we're out, the more we're talking, the more we're complimenting people, the more we're talking to them, smiling, all the standard stuff, man. It's so easy to make friends. It is. All right. YouTube user is next. YouTube user Me&A that says you're no contact. We just straight up ghosted them. Oh, Jesus. Why? Everybody's been ghosting everybody else. What can we do with that? It is calling for the Titanic tarot on that. Ghost fruit on the boobies, indeed. Well, but you change your name every stream. I'm glad that I remember your icon. Otherwise, I'd be confused. All right, we're going to go with this. YouTube, me and the Sage are no contact. Oh, man, but I have high hopes for this connection. He is worth the headache. Oh, my. Do you see marriage between us? Oh, my. Well, you've got some rough reading with the Sage. You had some rough readings with the Sage. I got to admit that now. I mean, let's just admit it here. Okay. All right, we got Yellow. I did not forget about you. You're actually next. Okay. We're going to go with this. Do you see us getting married? Man, I don't really think. Marriage is just not in the cards. 7 of Cups. I think what happens is y'all both find somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have something good. I mean, if you're sitting there, you're like, look, I'm going to work on it. I'm putting in the effort. I'm putting in the overtime over here. I'm putting in all the overtime over here, making it happen, telling them,
I love you.
Every day. But 7 of Cups says, y'all both find somebody else. You're like, that other person over there looks really cute. And they're over there going, that other person over here looks really cute. And, the 7 of Cups, it's difficult. It's difficult to stay in line when we're sort of, doing the fun thing, having fun. And again, you saw in the past reading, it's sort of very casual, looking at this with like a 3 of Cups, the Princess of Wands. It feels like very casual, very fun. And they're sort of looking around for something that's going to be not that, too. Queen of Cups is y'all good emotionally, too. I think you do have a tight emotional bond. I think things work well. I think there's a lot of good things happening here. So, but it just feels like that at the end of the day, it's just difficult to keep it alive and make a marriage thing, right? Make a marriage thing there too. But yeah, the Six of Swords, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do the relationship. It's going to be something where we need to be together a while. We need to be together a little bit, a while. And I think that's going to be there. You know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. Let's see. It's been changed. Change at least a business day to implement. These what? All right. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, the Two of Swords, it says y'all are just not ready for, I guess, the longevity, right? The longevity happening with all of that. Anyway, the longevity is just going to be difficult to make. All right. Let's go with the next reading. Joanna, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is a pregnancy scare me or somebody else for the Sagittarius? Let's see what kind of frightening things that we can get done here with the pregnancy scares, right? With the pregnancy scares. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Pregnancy scare me, or is it going to be somebody else? I really think that it is not going to be you. I really think it's going to be somebody different, right? You got a little bit of Seven of Swords, sort of doing something on the side, doing something with somebody else. It just feels like that this is not something that involves you at all. You're pretty stable as far as this goes, right? You're pretty stable, not going to be a big problem, not going to be a kind of thing as that. But yeah, the Ten of Swords just kind of says, you know, this is going to be something that does interfere with the connection. So if you still have the connection open, you're still working on it and all of the other stuff. But yeah, I think that's going to be maybe a thing, right? We're going to find out what is going to happen with all of that. So yeah, it's going to be different, not going to be you. But if they're still around, I think that's going to be difficult to reconcile. PieWar is next. Will the school district provide my disabled son with the care that he needs? Meeting is tomorrow to figure out if we can make this happen. All right, let's see what's going on. Are you ready for it by Taylor Swift? Maybe you want to sing that one. I don't know. We're going to go with the Gregory Scott Tarot, making it happen here. PieWar, with the school district provide my disabled son with the care that they need. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, not everything. They're able to get the major points, right? They're able to get the big opportunities here. Two of Cups says that the connection is there. They're going to be able to take care. They're not going to get everything, though. Ace of Pentacles says there's still stuff that's not done, right? A Ten of Swords, there's still stuff that's not completed that needs to be done. Ace of Pentacles says we still need to enhance the care. You know, it just feels like that this is not something they're going to do long term, or something that's going to be a little bit challenging to fully fulfill with all the opportunities that needs to be done. But yeah, you definitely want to kind of be like, what's going on with that? Two of Cups, right? The connection, all of this other stuff. Be like, well, maybe that's not something that I'm going to be able to fully compromise with. Ace of Pentacles says we still have other things to work on and whatnot. But yeah, that Ten of Swords, not everything, but a lot of things. The Two of Cups is a very positive card, right? Are Me&A, are we soulmates with all of this other stuff? Let's see with the Gregory Scott Tarot if y'all are going to be able to be soulmates. Okay, we're going to go with this. Seven of Pentacles. No. You know, again, we're back to the fun, the Three of Cups, the entertainment, you know, sort of the casualness that's here. I just don't think that this is going to be something sort of soulmate quality. A Page of Pentacles sort of says, yeah, you know, not really. Not going to be able to build the structure that we need long term. A King of Wands, this is more of an activity, more of a fiery base kind of thing. And Seven of Pentacles says we're just kind of building a structure here, but you know, as far as soulmates, as far as some automatic thing that works great all the time, you know, I really don't think so. I just don't think so. Indeed. All right, we got Yellow wants to know whether their impressions on let's see, impressions on attorney. What is going on with that? Are we making good impressions on attorneys? Hopefully, if they're representing us, who really cares? Maybe they'll work extra hard. PieWar, do not be sad. They're doing all they can, but it just feels like not 100%, right? They're doing all they can, PieWar. I think they put in a valiant effort, and the aces say we negotiate with them to fill in the gaps. So yeah, there you go. You know, we're negotiating with them. Here and now, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, we're going with impressions on the attorney. Did it make some good impressions on there? Four of Pentacles says, yeah, they got the money from you. They seem to be, you know, pretty good. You seem to be communicating very well with them. They understand what you need, how they need it, where you need it. The Eight of Pentacles, they're going to work hard for you. They're going to get the job done. I think they're going to treat you like any other client. They're just going to get everything done. Page of Cups says they're very disassociated emotionally with this. In other words, they're not going to get too emotional and slip up. They're going to do everything by the book, and that is what you want. You do not want somebody who's going to get emotionally all worked up about something. You want somebody who's going to be steady. You're going to do the race properly. It's going to get everything done. So I like it. I like it. I think you made a good impression indeed. All right. We're going to go with Anne is next. Why does the death card appear a lot in my readings with B? Let's see if we can get the death card. Maybe we can. We're going to go with my deck of cards, by the way. If you do not have this, it is on sale. Link in the description for the Waterfall Tarot. It is on sale for $19. $19 is all you need in life to get my deck of cards. All right, what does the death card appear a lot of my readings with a B? Man. See what's going on with this. Two of Pentacles, right? Eight of Pentacles. Got a lot of Pentacles. It feels like because they've hurt you and you need change from them. They've hurt you. They've disappointed you. They haven't been the person that you are sort of wanted them to be. They're sort of a different person almost. And there's a level of disconnect, a level of hurt, a level of pain, a level of kind of, you know, difficulty overall with this particular individual that you have to get over. So yeah, we're hurting right now with that. We need changes. They can't do what they've been doing. They need to change. They need to clean up. They need to do things better. Three of Swords kind of points that out. What can you do better? What can you do to make up for past sins and what have you? The Moon card just says emotionally you're really disconnected from this person too. Rightfully so, but there needs to be some changes happening here in order for you to be good connection, in order for you to rebuild the trust. Eight of Pentacles, there's just a lot of work to be done here and not something where we can just reconcile. A lot of work needs to be done to make things better, to make things ultimately superior to where it is going. Two of Pentacles says hard choices need to be made too. And that's kind of the key here, right? We need to make some hard choices. We need to not do what we've done before as far as them, right? But yeah, that is going to be there. That is going to be there. Here and now, I got your donation. Thank you so much. You did it perfectly. You did it perfectly. There we go. We got another donation over PayPal. Who we got over there? Let's see what's going on with the PayPal. It is taking a minute. Who is that? That is Appreciating, and 11-month of red ahead. Okay, there you go. All right. I'm not sure who DP is. I think I remember from yesterday. You donated yesterday. Let's get DP. Let's see. This is who? Minty, there we go. You're Minty. All right, I got you, Minty. I got you covered, Minty. Is my new idea any good at all, Femme? Is your new idea any good? Is it? Or is it not any good? We need to know. We need to know. Is it? Oh, wow, it's really good. It's really, really, really good idea. I like this a lot. Femme, you're looking at the High Priestess. This is something that is worthy of doing something with. You have the knowledge, the Torah right now that you're going to be able to implement. You're going to be able to make things happen. You're going to be excited about it. Ten of Cups says the idea is ready for a home. You need to implement it. You need to get it going. You have this idea. It's going to be on point. Ten of Cups says happy home, happy family is going to be where the idea is. This is also something you want to protect. If it's something you want to copyright or anything like that, you want to protect it a little bit, right? Two of Cups. Two of Cups may be a little bit interesting indeed. It feels like this is something that needs to be communicated, but needs to be communicated on a very sort of a secretive level if it's something that somebody else could heist. So yeah, I like it. I like it. It's a very nice idea. Very good indeed. Man, the High Priestess, I'm going to admit now, that's kind of the best card that you can get for a new idea, right? Just rebirth, reincarnation would be my number 2. But the High Priestess, wow, that is right on point. Now, is that Taurus single?
Music to make love to.
Can we get the Taurus up in there is what I'm saying. Is that Taurus single or no? 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. I think they're single and ready to mingle. We're going to go with the love balloons here because that's what we need. That's what we need, you know. 3 of Cups, they're ready to party. They are single, they're ready to go. 6 of Cups, they have kind of a friends with benefits thing going, but they're ready. They're ready. 5 of Pentacles, just kind of watch out how much commitment you put into there up front. You know, let them communicate how serious they want to be. You don't want to just go full steam ahead with this individual. You want to kind of take it easy, back up a little bit, you know, occasionally kind of see, you know, like in the stock market. You don't want to go full ham. You want to do a pullback here and there. All right. Is there a potential with the Cancer? We got a little Cancer happening. We got a little Taurus happening. Sounds like you're busy over there, Cappy, is what I'm talking about. Oh, Jesus. 2 of Cups, Ace. Wow, that is nice. Blue Ocean, thank you for your donation. That is nice indeed. We're going with the thumbs up here. The Cancer looks on point, on point. Jhumar, thank you for your donation. But the Cancer looks on point. Not only do you have an Ace of Cups, but a 2 of Cups. That is the best combo that you're going to have. So I think that the Crab is going to be nice for you. I like it quite a bit indeed. Just be prepared. Be prepared. This looks like a winner. This looks like a absolute winner. So yeah, I think there is not only potential, I think there is a great potential is what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to go with the next read. We got Joanna. Career path, any change or let it stay the same? That is the operative question, right? A lot of times on our career path, we get kind of confused. It's like, you know, it's kind of working, but it's getting repetitive. How much dedication am I willing to put into it kind of thing? I really think that the 8, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups says, yeah, make some changes. I mean, you don't have to make drastic changes. Like if you're in an application development role, instead of doing .NET, maybe you can do Angular, or maybe you can do C++, or well, not literally C++. That's a toilet seat of a career. But yeah, career path, you need some changes. Maybe a little bit of a fresh air with a career, right? Maybe a little bit of fresh opportunities here. It just feels like we have a movement card here. We have an Ace, means change some things, get some new things. Ace means change some things, get some new things twice. With a movement card, that is no joke. Straight up 100% reading for change it, you know, change it a little bit. You need a little bit of alteration here. And this could be the perfect timing for it too, because a lot of times we don't know the timing. This could be a time where, you know, start looking around. You don't have to change it immediately, but start scanning around, looking around. And maybe there's something that's out there that you haven't seen, or maybe there's something that you want to sort of dive into, at least give it a shot. And again, it doesn't have to be a brand new career. It could be just an alteration with an existing career, right? Instead of .NET, now you're doing C++ or whatever the thing is going to be, you know, or whatever it is. Angular seems to be the big thing right now. So there you go. Maybe you'll be a DBA. I don't know. Will a husband and I make it, or will we get a divorce? Oh my, that could be difficult. Here and now, it's bad. That sounds bad to sort of see that sort of in there. 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. Will we stay together? I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be separation, at least, with that, is what I'm saying. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never take relationship advice from random people on YouTube reading tarot cards, right? But yeah, you got the 7 of Cups. Other opportunities are out there that could be a little bit better for you, right? You're sort of seeing things. There's a level of illusionary success as well. It feels like a lot of things are working, but they're not working at the same time. It feels like a lot of things need to be band-aided up, and a lot of the band-aids may not be the opportunity to get it happen. Two of Cups does point towards love, which means there is a good possibility to reconcile things around. But the Four of Wands is, even if we do, there's still a structural instability that we have to deal with here. It just feels like there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, and maybe some of those things may not be worth fixing, or may be too difficult to ultimately handle. Once you say the word divorce, you can't take it back. The Devil says, even if we try to work it out, we have to be aware that old patterns, old habits need to be squashed. So just be aware of that, right? The old patterns need to be eliminated. Old patterns that ain't working. What ain't working needs to go away. If you can't get it to go away, the devil's going to creep up. Old pattern's going to be there. The distrust is going to be there. And that's going to be kind of problem. It's going to be a very problematic kind of thing. And that's what I think. There you go. Oracle programmers. Oh, man. You mean PL SQL? Joan, are you talking about PL SQL? All the IRS stuff is done in PL SQL. Oracle is good for extreme high volume records. Yeah. But PL SQL, man, that is old ass school. Yeah. We're going to go, and the DBAs for Oracle, hard to find too, a good one, because this is so difficult. Got a month ahead reading for September. All right, so Minty, September reading, there we go. The other thing about Oracle is it's very difficult to fix anything. Like when you actually have to go fix something, it's not as easy as something like T-SQL, what have you. But, wow, if they just like all stored procedures with that, that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. I do have the Oracle certification, the initial one. I actually had thought about getting the Grand Oracle certification where you have to fly to, I think, California or someplace, and then you have to they basically break the database, and you have to figure out what's wrong with it and fix it in a certain amount of time. But it cost like $10,000, and I didn't want to pay it. I think I was ready for it, but I just didn't want to pay the 10 grand. Or was it like $3,000? Oh man, I don't know. So let me look at my order surface. Now I'm on a whole spider web of all right, Oracle certification. So I have certification paths. There we go. If that'll load. I have oh man, they changed it. The Oracle Cloud. It's been a while. Let's see. Oracle Cloud, OCI Pause, or Fusion. No. Software applications. No. No. View all certifications. Let me do that. Go to the certifications, the administration one. So yeah, I got the Oracle, I got the first certification one, and I think that was the last one that I did. Yeah, I started studying for the certified, was it master? Certified master, is that the one where you have to fly around? Oh, let's see. Anyway, I got the book for it, and I started studying for it. And I thank you for your donation. And Evo, I thank you for your donation. And jhumar, I thank you for your other donation. Wow, I went to look at Oracle certs, and I got started with all of that. IRSW, no, I'm not going to. I mean, I can do some PL SQL, but I can't do the good PL SQL stuff. Anyway, let's do that. September reading for Minty. We got a Knight. Ooh, Knight is nice over here. Knight kind of talks about September is kind of a decision point for you. I think there's some changes coming in. You're going to have to make some hard decisions. You are going to kind of have to figure out where you want to be. This is sort of a big turning point where you have to figure out what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to do it. Maybe you want to get an Oracle cert. No, not really. But yeah, maybe, the Knight just says there's some decisions to be made in September. Just be aware of that, okay? They sort of have this sort of a feeling of wandering into the next zone too. Maybe that's part of the decision-making process. I need to do something different. I need to launch forward into new sort of aspects, new ideas, new kind of things. I think you offer some changes. I think it's sort of a freshness about it too, right? Wandering into new territory. We have a fresh opportunity. Fresh things are coming. And it feels like that's good because I think you're sort of in the stagnant section to where you're not getting able to do a lot of things that you really kind of want to do and do. Just be sort of cautious here that a lot of things, even though we have a fresh start, a lot of things that we are hanging on to aren't able to be hung on to very much longer. So you could get in a situation where you have to separate from things that you thought were valuable or you thought worked. You have to rethink some things. And that's going to be kind of difficult because a lot of times you're like, I'm worried if that's going to actually work for me. And the 10 kind of says, yes, it will, right? Happy home, happy family. The third in the triage of happy home, happy families says, I think it will work for you. The new place you're going, the new opportunities you're getting are going to be something that functions long term, right? It's time for the tarot. Violet has changed the name every 10 minutes. There we go. Annette, thank you for your donation. Appreciate. Blue Ocean, well, a lead, a project at work soon. Now, there you go. If you know PLC, well, maybe you can work for the IRS. No, I don't think I would ever want to work for the IRS. I think all of my friends would never speak to me again if I worked for the IRS. I'd be, where do you work? TO. I'd be like, I work for the IRS. And they'd be like, oh my, I really don't want to talk to you anymore. They are hiring, I heard, 87,000 people. So, I mean, yeah, you never know. Weirder things have happened. Will I lead this project? Will I lead it? I think so. I think the Queen of Swords says you have an opportunity, but you're going to have to make it known that you're ready for it. You're going to have to prove yourself. It almost feels like that you need to prove yourself. You need to step up and make things happen that otherwise would not happen, that otherwise would not be there for you. You're going to have to make things happen that you're going to have to prove yourself. That's kind of easy sometimes, but it's kind of a pain in the butt the other times too. The Knight says you're going to have to be involved enough in the project and be passionate enough in the project to really make yourself shine over everybody else too, right? You're like super passionate. You're going to make it happen. You're going to be very attentive, very aware of things. You're going to have to defeat a lot of people that want the same role too. So there's some competition. You're going to have to show a level of passion, a level of commitment here, and you're going to have to sort of prove yourself if you're going to be able to get into that particular position indeed. So I think if you do all of those things, I do think we can get a little bit of a thumbs up action happening with all of that other stuff. Jhumar, how does Eve feel about me? Let's find out. If they like you, if they feel a little action, a little bit adventure about you, and all that other stuff. Jhumar, it's been a long time since you donated. I'm sorry, it takes a long time. It is a Tarot Oracle show. We have 43 donations tonight, so it takes a long time sometimes, It takes a little bit of time with that. And away it goes, though. All right, we're going to go. How does Eve feel about me? The Queen of Swords, we got a King of Cups. Very emotionally distant this person is. Yeah, sounds like Yoda right there. Very emotionally distant this person is. But yeah, they're a little bit emotionally distant. And that's going to be kind of hard to deal with. I'm not going to lie. Kind of hard to deal with. The King of Cups is, they're not ready emotionally for a lot of things. They're having difficulty communicating emotionally, a lot of things with that. A Queen of Swords, too, says they're a little bit blunt sometimes, right? They're a little bit blunt, and sometimes it kind of hurts, right? They say something and like, well, a little bit emotionally distant, a little bit blunt with this. How do they feel about you? I think that they like you. We have a nice 6 of Wands over here, the Lord of Victory. It feels like they like you. They have another kind of feel. They have a good connection kind of thing, but emotionally, they're very difficult to communicate emotionally as well. King of Pentacles says there's a level of comfort between you two. So there's a level of comfort, level of stability. Emotionally, it's very iffy indeed. So can you build the structure, build the emotions later? I think that is possible indeed. But it just feels like that ultimately they like you. They like the opportunity. They want to build the structure, build all that stuff. But you're going to have to kind of put up with some of the obscurities and unusual stuff that is going to be part of interacting with this individual. Will I have a boy or a girl next? And will it be easier, pregnancy and birth? Oh man, BooBoo left too early. BooBoo is like 100% accuracy on this kind of stuff. Let me see what we can do here. Will I have a boy or a girl next? And will it be easier, pregnancy and birth? Hopefully it's a little bit easier. Let's see if it's a boy or a girl first up. We're going to go, well, the sun is nice. Sun is nice. All right, the page, death card. So we need a boy or a girl card. We're just going to draw down until we kind of find the answer. That is not the answer. And that is not the answer. And that is not the answer. And nor is that. It's going to say, we're going to be a boy. All right, so we got a boy. We answered that part. It's going to be a boy. So there we go. All right, we got the baby boy is going to come in here. So you're going to have a baby boy. Now, is the pregnancy going to be easier than the last time? I think it's going to be a different style of pregnancy than you've had before. It is going to be a little bit easier. There's going to be some better opportunities here. It's going to be a little bit better. Page of Pentacles does say that there's a lot of pre-work that needs to be done, or a lot of kind of concern that needs to be sort of handled before we go into this and make it happen. So that's going to be one thing. Definitely, it's going to be a little bit of a different pregnancy. It's going to be a little bit of a different approach. And I think that's going to be refreshing for you indeed. The sun says there's going to be very, very good, ultimately, with the very, very good with the delivery. It's not going to be as bad maybe as you are thinking. The Seven of Swords is sort of just scooting right out of there, ejecting right out of there. Not going to be a problem at all. So I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good indeed. So it's a boy, and it's going to be different. It's going to be different. It's almost like they're encouraging a different approach to the delivery. It's going to be a different timeline. And I am going to say that it is a little bit later. It is going to be a little bit later than you think it's going to be, right? They're running late. The baby's running a little bit late. And how can I find a closure with a B situation? What is the ultimatum? I don't know if we can get an ultimatum, but we can get the Avatar Tarot, which, by the way, is coming up to Kickstarter. Tatiana, thank you for your donation over PayPal. You are after Annette, so you're coming up. You're coming up. Isn't a Page of Pentacles a gal, though? Page of Pentacles is kind of androgynous. You really don't see, at least in my opinion, you really don't see that. I'm just the tarot reader. So, yeah, you know. I'm just the tarot reader. I'm saying it's a boy. I'm just the tarot reader. You know, if I'm dead on point, then let me know. If I'm right on point, then come back and let me know. But yeah, BooBoo is really good at this. She left a little too early for this. She'd be perfect. All right, but the pages are kind of androgynous. They could be either way, right? They're sort of depicted either way in that. But I'm going with the boy. How can I find closure with a B situation? Queen of Air says you need to sort of get tough and just get tough and just be independent. Their level of independence needs to be there. A level of just sort of a level of confidence needs to be there where you don't need anybody else. You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody sort of messing with you at all. The world says that you have a big adventures in life. Start doing with that. That's going to be the big thing. Right? You find closure. You need big adventures. You need to move on and do other things. That's going to be very good indeed. Dime Channel. No, I'm getting out of here. I'll be here tomorrow, though, Dime Channel, if you want to come back. We start at 6:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Central. But yeah, Knight of Water says you need to be emotionally distant from the situation, too. You're putting your emotions into it, and it's just not working for you. You need to be emotionally distant. Look at it from a distance. Don't be dedicated to it emotionally. Remove all emotions from it and just observe it as like a casual observer that doesn't know the situation. I think that's going to help you quite a bit indeed. Queen of Fire says, you know, you need to do something about it if you get the opportunity. So if you see B and you do need to do reconciliation, or you have an opportunity to reconcile, you do need to work this out as well, right? Talk it out with friends, work it out with B if possible. Last time you said no, you can't work it out with B, but if you do have a reconciliation, then maybe you can. Ultimately, move on, right? Go about your world, go about your adventure, get emotionally disconnected from it, and just get a level of confidence where you don't really need anybody else to support you, or you don't need anybody else to give you permission to be happy. You can be happy on your own. We need to drink the vitamin water we didn't finish yesterday. Yeah, we need to end soon. My voice is going. Is T getting my S? What? Is T getting my S, and how does he feel about them? Oh, your texts. Is T getting my texts, and how do they feel about them? Let's see. We're going to stick with the Little Avatar Tarot. By the way, news comes up Thursday, and link in that description for the Little Avatar Tarot Kickstarter. Thank you again, Andrew, for sending me that. Getting my texts and how do they feel. 10 of Earth, they really feel like you're trying a lot. They feel like that's nice. They appreciate the effort, They appreciate the effort. It sounds kind of like they've ghosted you a little bit, though. All right, ghosted you at least a little bit. They feel like that you're putting in the effort. They like the stability that you're trying to create. They like what you're trying to do. They like the effort with that. The Lover says they really appreciate it. I think they like you overall. They really do, right? Sometimes, though, that 10 of Air, it feels like that they've cut me off a little too much, or they've separated a little too much as well, right? But you're going to have some patience. Have some patience. You sent your texts already. You let them know what you think. Let them ruminate on it. Let them ruminate on it and then get back to you. You don't want to press anything. The Lover says the connection's still there, but you're going to have to ease up. You've already made your things known. Leave it. Have the patience, have the level of confidence, and just don't sort of push it and where you get a permanent ghosting indeed. You don't want to do that. 10 of Earth, they appreciate your effort. They appreciate that you're making the time. You're making the effort. They like that. But you're going to have to kind of, you said your piece. Now just sort of back up and see where everything goes. All right, we're going to go with Tatiana is the last one. No, it's not Tantia. Tatiana. Tatiana wants to know spiritual career, a reading tarot, energetic healing, be good for me. 1 and 2 for you. All right, so we're sort of thinking, maybe we can do some spiritual readings. Maybe we can do some tarot. Maybe we can kind of dip into that and see where that goes. I think that'd be kind of cool. How successful would that be is the thing. Is that going to be something that we're going to have to start up? Is that going to be something that's very difficult or anything like that? I think 7 of Cups, this Star. I think you're drawn to it for good reason, and you should do it as a side business, yes. You need to do it as a side thing, not a dedicated thing. So, yeah, you want to start. You need to start. When's the best time to start a small business? 5 years ago. 5 years ago is the best time to start a small business. What's the second best time to start a small business? A year ago. You get the idea. Start it immediately. Get the payment processor set up, get the social media set up, get your name out there, get everything rocking and rolling. Page of Swords, you haven't communicated with the outside world yet. You need to begin it. You need to start it out, right? The Star says you are being drawn to it for good reason because you're good at it. So I think if you work at it, you build it up slowly, you connect with people, I think you get your name out there. All of a sudden, you're kind of the person that they go to. 7 of Cups says you do have an emotional draw to people, where people love talking to you. People love hearing your thoughts. People really get sort of into that emotionally with you. And the Knight of Wands says, absolutely, you want to pursue it. Take it easy. Don't have big expectations, but absolutely start today. Get your social media set up today. Get your payment processor set up today. Get everything prepared. And I think that's going to be your big opportunity indeed. And that is it for the stream. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.